So it was a guy that called in to Tariq Nasheed's show. I think it's like a Twitter space or something like that. Okay. And the title of the video is Passport Bro Said This. Okay. So my thing is, before I play the clip, my thing is, what is it about shaming brothers on traveling the world? Like, what is that all about? You know, I can't say Tariq is jealous or anything, but it always kind of goes. I mean, I hate to say this, but it almost kind of goes into some plantation shaming type shit. And I'm not calling Tariq a plantation bro. Actually, I've been watching Tariq for a very long time, so I do watch his content a lot. Like even back in the Matt Lessons days, even when he was in Brazil, I saw the video that he did when he was in Copacabana, and he was really happy, all right, to be in Copacabana. He even raised a little Brazilian chick. Like he was super excited to be in Brazil. But now for some reason, fast forward in 2025, 15, or however many years later, it's like this low-key shaming of why are you out there? And this is what he had to say when the brother was pretty much excited, saying that he was traveling the world.
What's up, man? So I went to go see the Sinners movie last night, and I'm out here in Malaysia, and I was the only black dude up in the movie theater. It was a whole bunch of Asians and South Indian people up in there, and they was loving it.
Good. Now, what you doing out there in Malaysia?
Man, I'm just traveling, man. I just left Charlotte, North Carolina last week, and I just want to travel the world, man. So I said, let me go to Malaysia first, and I'm gonna travel all throughout Asia for the rest of the year.
All right, don't trick off all your money.
Now, come on, now, how you gonna have to come with him immediately to tell about some don't trick off all your money? This brother just said, hey, man, I'm from North Carolina. I'm just traveling to Asia. You know, and Malaysia is not one of those places where that's known for doing that. That's not like a big destination for that. You know what I mean? You know, I don't understand like what's with the automatically putting them in that trick bag just because the brother's out there traveling the world. As you can see on the thumbnail, you got him, you know, the brother with his eyes poked out, bulged out, with his passport, some beers, and some type of little, you know, lady bar or some shit like that. Like, come on, Tariq, really? All right. He said, yeah, I don't know why Tariq is hating on the passport, but let's continue the video though.
Don't trick your money off, brother. Just save some of your money. Save some of your money, brother. It's lovely out there. Are you in Java? What part of Malaysia are you in?
Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur, yeah. A lot of East Indians out there. Did you go over there with the big ass stairs and all the monkeys over there?
Hell no.
Yeah, there's like a cave and some big stairs, and there's a bunch of monkeys out there, like literally little monkeys. Yeah, in Kuala Lumpur. I got it. My wife.
I haven't seen none of that.
Yeah, Lexi. I want to find out the name of them stairs. Yeah,
it'd be so funny when guys, you know, get married and clean themselves up and shit. Like Tariq, what was you doing in Brazil, bro? You literally was on video doing your thing in Brazil, bro. Tariq was in Copacabana, and I'm not dry snitching, no. I'm just saying, like, it's just funny how guys switch up. You know, now it's all clean cut, and you know what you doing out there. What was you doing in Brazil, Tariq? You had rizzed the girl up on camera right off the beach. So it's just hilarious to me that, you know, now he's kind of like low key shaming the brother for traveling.
It's cool. It's a cool area over there. So yeah, you've been over there in the trick district. That's why you ain't seeing nothing. You over there, you're tricking off your damn money. Go see some shit out there. Sites? What's that? I don't know about no sites. Damn. Go out there and see some of the country and get up out them hotels and brothels, brother. Damn. And be careful what you're laying up with over there, because you might feel a little extra package down there on one of them quote women.
So, Tariq is hilarious, bro. You gotta give it Tariq. Tariq is a low-key comedian for real. That was funny.
So be careful over there, brother. Damn. All right, brother. They're gonna pull something out on you. I don't know what you desire, but shit, they're gonna pull out something, and it's not gonna be an egg roll. All right. So you be careful over there, tricking off. He's going on a whole little trick tour.
Now, why that brother gotta be going on a trick tour, though? I think, you know, for men in general, you know, bro, the best thing you can do in your life is to travel outside. Travel in general, even if it's just to another state, but just traveling overseas, seeing another culture, experiencing different views around the world. I mean, even in the app and even in some of my group chats with my friends, shout out my man Jay Clyde, we just show each other different sunsets around the world. You know what I'm saying? Like the views of vistas of Medellin, sunset in Brazil. Like just experiencing that is life changing, and it really gives you a world view. Like you become well rounded, and you're not as jaded when you see other cultures of people and how they interact with each other. It gives you a global scope. It opens up so many things, not just your mind, but just different opportunities. You got brothers opening up businesses overseas. You got brothers buying real estate, international real estate. Guys buying apartments in Cartagena, Colombia, the DR, Brazil, buying condos in Thailand. Like you open yourself up to so many more opportunities. And the dating is part of it. And it is good to date outside your culture. All right. I mean, that's just, especially as a man, you get to experience women that come from a different culture that might look at the world more traditionally than the ones in the West. Okay. So listen, this has been going on for years. I think, brothers are catching the wave. We always been traveling the world, but a lot of us, like, that's the move now to get out and explore these different countries. And I salute the guy. I salute him. No shaming here, brother. Hey, travel as much as you can.
All right, just say that. I'm just trying to see the world. I'm just going all over Asia. And you name a site, you only know what it is. What I named was a very popular place in Kuala Lumpur. That's the most popular place. The stairs with the baboons and the monkeys and shit. He don't know what I'm talking about.
Listen, bro. Listen, I mean, you gonna do what you do when you travel. If you want to go that, listen, I have not been to that tiger park that's in Pattaya. I'm not a big fan of zoos. I love animals. I don't like seeing animals caged up or, drugged or anything like that. So just because I don't go to Tiger Park doesn't mean I'm not exploring the country, bro. I've been to other places, but and if you know anything about them damn badass monkeys, them monkeys, they ain't for everybody, buddy. Monkeys be, how brothers is. Monkeys be snatching your cell phone or snatching your glasses. Some people be giggling, but they ain't for everybody. You're getting your shit snatched. I was on this private beach. I can't pronounce the name to save my life, but it's about 30, 40 minutes from, the main area of Pattaya. And you got the monkeys out there and they snatching everything. They literally snatched a smoothie right out my hand. Well, it wasn't really right out my hand, but it was like right there. I had just got a smoothie. I had spiked it with a little alcohol and the monkey snatched that bitch. All right. Some brothers ain't into that. You know how we are. Some brothers, have been and trying to fight the damn monkeys and shit. So that ain't for everybody, man. Nature's wildlife, that ain't for everybody, man. That might not be just what he's on.
Who? What? I don't know about that. That's the most popular place over there, dude. So that means you just over there just tricking into a frenzy. You just over there tricking your little money off, brother.
What the hell is Tariq talking about? What?
That's cool. Just say that. Don't act like you're going on a tour to see shit. You go.
I think Tariq is projecting a little bit. Tariq switched it up. He got a family, so now when you have a family and kids, damn well when you travel, you're gonna be doing a whole bunch of bullshit that you really don't want to do. But if you're traveling solo or with your homeboy, you just gonna be on a different type of time.
Well, he's over there to spend shit. All right. That's all right, brother. Trick it all off. He must have got him a little settlement from somewhere. And he's tricking. It sounds like he's tricking out some settlement money.
Man, come on, Tariq. Tariq's still stuck in 1999 and shit, man. Brothers getting ITs. Brothers got crypto. Like, there's other ways to make money besides getting settlement money. Tariq on that 1999, 2000, 2005 shit. Oh, he must got some settlement money. And he's traveling the world. It almost like he hating them, low key. Low key, so like he wants to be in that position.
I should have kept him on here. What kind of money you treat? He must have got you like a little disability settlement or something at the job. This nigga was driving forklifts, and then somebody ran over his toe, and he done got him a little settlement. Nah, he didn't quit the job and went on a tricking tour.
Come on, Tyreek.
He gonna hit up all of Asia.
Come on, Tyreek.
All right. Boy, you better be all right over there, man. Just be careful.
What you mean? This is another thing. This is plantation shaming at its best. Now it's funny. I give you that because I'm laughing over here. But what do they mean by be careful over there? Do you know how dangerous the United States is, bro? In comparison, all right. Yeah, I know Medellin is a low key. Brazil, South America, it's sketchy. But bro, trust me, I'm way more nervous at the gas station at the Texaco in Southwest Atlanta or East Atlanta, Decatur, Georgia, than I am anywhere overseas. Okay, generally speaking, I don't even walk at night in America. Nowhere in America. Tariq was happy as hell being on Copacabana. All right, J. Clyde, you remember that? I know you remember that shit, and it was back in the day too. Okay, hold on. I think this is it. Hold on. Let me play this. Hold on. We're going to call Tariq ass out. Hold on. Let me see if this is it. All right. Tariq was one of the first ones that inspired me to want to go to Brazil. Shit, watching this video. There you go. It's Tariq right here. Out there in Brazil. Okay. See, it's not even on his channel no more. So he took it off his channel, but somebody must have copied it and put it up on their channel. It says Tariq Nasheed back from Brazil. I don't have this queued up, but we'll try to skip through it real quick.
I'm busting out with the Brazilian flavor. Some of that Bali funk, that Brazilian funk. I'm still in a Brazilian mood. This is your host, Mr. Tariq King Flex Nasheed. And I am back from Brazil. I got back last night. Got back to Los Angeles. What the truth is, them motherfuckers are fine as shit.
There you go. Hold on.
That's some shit that they're not exaggerating about. Whenever you hear people talking about how fine them Brazilian girls are, that is some real shit. Brazilian women are fine, unusually fine. You're like, God damn.
Oh, wait a minute, Tariq. You didn't go to the Christ Redeemer? What are you talking about, Tariq? You didn't go watch the capybaras? Okay. You didn't do the Brazilian jiu-jitsu? What are you talking about? You're talking about the women right away, Tariq. You weren't doing no tourist shit, okay? You didn't walk the steps. You didn't go to Lapa, okay? Lucky focusing on the women, brother Tariq. What happened? I tell you, the internet is forever, bro.
The fuck do they put in the water down here? Unusually fine. And you know how it's in the United States. Like if you go to a social spot, you'll see like a bunch of fugly, half-ass looking women with a few dimes sprinkled in. That's what you'll see out here in the States. Out there, it's the exact opposite. It's the parallel universe. You see a bunch of dimes with a couple of ugly broads sprinkled in. So the dimes damn near outnumber everybody else.
Tariq was so happy when he was on the beach and he brought a chick back to his room. Like I think it was my man Minister Jack that had did a review video, and he was so mad that Tariq was tricking in Brazil. Like, he's like, how could you say you a Mac and you tricking off in Rio? It was like it was hilarious, bro. Hold on, let me skip it through it a little bit. I really want to play that clip that he had because the homie was excited as hell. But now it's all about,
today, man.
Monkeys and shit.
I come back to the States and everybody's just on some bullshit.
Look at him.
It's something in the air. Motherfuckers just acting weird. That made me not. That's why I didn't want to come back. I was having so much fun. I didn't want to come back to this motherfucker. I was chilling. Motherfuckers just partying. But like I said, man, down there, after about 2 days, you'll get used to all the women being just fine as hell. When you go out, when you walk around, man, you see women. They look like the chicks that you see in music videos.
Facts. They shot Ja Rule's, what was that, Holla Holla video. They shot Snoop Dogg's Beautiful, For Real Beautiful out there. They know what they doing, bro.
You see them motherfuckers all around. It's really amazing. It's like some old Wizard of Oz type shit. Like you in the land of Oz, like you in another universe. It's really weird. It's weird at first.
Now, y'all notice that Tariq have not mentioned not one tourist destination, has he? Somebody said Jeff is a passport hater. All right. But shout out to Tariq. Like I said, shout out to Tariq, man. Now, Saint, this guy is like a low-key dating coach. You know, he goes at other dating coaches. He went at Kevin Samuels. Like, he's just a clown. Like, I don't like this guy. Seriously, I don't like this guy. I don't care. You know, he thinks he's a boxer, gangster, philosopher, pimp. He's one of them cats. And it's funny, man, because, you know, we got a big network. And when it comes to overseas, people will run into you. And when we was having our beef, you know, people were sending me pictures of him in Copacabana and all that shit. You know, he had like this personal assistant or something. And while he's roasting beautiful Brazilian women, his personal assistant looked like she's straight from the trailer park. Okay, so he's one of those cats. And he's supposed to be a supposed dating coach. I really don't like this cat. I got a lot of issues with this guy. But let's see what Mr. Saint says about the passport bros. Now in this video, keep in mind he has my man Travelversity on this thumbnail. Right? So this is let me go back to the thumbnail of the video real quick. This is the thumbnail right here. Marquette exposes the ugly reality of the passport bros. All right, he got my man Travelversity on this little screenshot. So there he goes with his little, he's hating basically.
I was just chuckling quite low, and that
I was just chuckling at he got a nerve to call somebody corny. Nigga, you're corny.
mine is high. And still, if I were to offer them any freebie, they wouldn't take it. Now, here's a funny thing. Then you have chicks in Europe that I've dealt with, and you offer them anything free. Oh man, they're just hopping on it. They can't wait to take it for free. They don't think twice about it. And in fact, they might not even say thank you. It's just a bit of comedy that lets you know about the true nature of the woman that you're dealing with. Now, you might say, Marquette, well, those are more traditional women you might be dealing with. And the sad reality is, nah, they've never cooked for me. They've never done any cleaning or anything that would indicate that they're traditional in the truest sense, other than wanting you to pay for stuff. But I always take those things and
Cap. That's cap. Where are you going? Who are you dating? All right. That's all cap.
To account. And it's reflective of the fact that relationships have always been transactional at a level, but depending on the quality of the woman, the goodness of a woman, shall we say, it'll be more or less transactional, and she will identify herself as a part of your family, your team, which is to say, you spending money on her is still her spending money. So I find it comical, these passport bros, they think they're going out in the world and catching a W. There was a young man who joined an IG live that I did. And during that IG live,
how are you not catching a W? Listen, when you're in a relationship, it's going to take some time, some effort, okay, some investment. You know, women aren't perfect. We understand that. I've never marketed that as such. All I said is, when you expand your options, all right, when you have more to choose from, when you're dating women with more traditional values toward the family structure, you have a better chance, because the most important decision a man will ever make in his life, besides how he makes money, besides choosing his profession, is who he chooses to be with. Right now, if you're a guy with a bag, right, and you're popular, and people know that you have the bag, it's a 75% chance that you will get extorted if you out there trying to live that bachelor single life. Not only will you get extorted, they're going to put all your business out there on these podcasts. Let me tell you. All right, you're going to put all your, sexual encounters or all the things, the little freaky stuff. And all of us got a little freaky side to us. They're gonna put all your business out on all these goddamn podcasts in 2025. So it's best to have your options and maybe even do some of your, your Thug Dizzle, your Rizzies overseas. Okay? You go to Colombia, you ain't got to worry about a chick going on a podcast talking about, you like your kneecaps rubbed or some shit. Like, come on, man. It's just that simple. The options in most cases are going to be better. That's just what it is. Let me bring my man MAB on here. We had enough of this clown. What up, MAB?
Yo, what up, BMT? What up to the chat? Salute to y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me good.
Yes, sir. We hear you loud and clear, brother.
Bro, I'm going to jump right into this. I'm going to try to keep it lighthearted, but I got to start on a serious note. This Tariq Nasheed thing. I watched the video for the first time with y'all. As you were playing that, I looked up. I didn't realize that's actually a thumbnail, and this brother spent maybe 30 minutes bashing Passport Bros. Is that the case, or did he move on to something else?
Yeah, he had Tariq. I think he moved into some other callers. He did move on to some.
Okay, but that was the highlight. That was what's reeling the audience in. That was the clickbait, so to speak. Okay, let's start with that. He could have took that conversation in a totally different direction. I don't really follow Tariq Nasheed like that. I know who he is. I was a fan of Hidden Colors. That's all I know from Tariq. I know he a funny dude. I also knew about his time in Brazil. So for me, that's so many slaps in the face, because I can empathize with the people who have not been anywhere themselves. I can empathize with the plantation bros. What I cannot stand and I cannot tolerate is a hypocrite. And that's what I saw. The brother was being a hypocrite. Even if he was being sincere with saying, brother, while you there, you should go here. You should check out this place. Or maybe just ask the brother instead of telling him what he's doing. You out there tricking off. Don't trick off all your money. I do not tolerate BS from people like that, especially somebody that claims to care about the black community. And that's some clown stuff, bro. If I see that from anybody, I automatically know they don't care about me. They don't care about any of the brothers traveling. They don't care about your happiness. These people are snakes, bro. These people are snakes. I'm not saying they not funny. I'm not saying they haven't made contributions that's worth acknowledging them. But that's some snake stuff, bro. We done with the snakes. We done with the fakes. I don't have tolerance for that. This other dude.
Nah, you cooking, bro. You cooking.
This other dude. I know his face. I don't watch him either. But it's the same. It's the same type of person, man. I'm looking at spirit. I'm looking at spirits. I'm looking at energy. These people don't care about you, man. Y'all, that's the biggest takeaway. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. That's all this is. Passport Bros and brothers traveling, that's been going on before the internet. Now we have an internet presence, and along with that, we have receipts. Our receipts look a little different from the data coaches' receipts. They look a little different from the old, used to be a pimp and a player back in the day. Our receipts look completely different from that. And it's very diverse. It's not just the ladies. It's the economy. It's the brotherhood abroad. Every time I travel, what am I doing? I'm linking up with brothers like yourself. I'm linking up with brothers like Danny. I'm linking up with brothers from the Passport Bro app. They don't say anything about the community, so to speak. We got our own community. We got our own audience. We support each other. So really, we have nothing to do with them. At this point, they're trying to cater to their own audience, and they're struggling for some type of enemy. And it's a shame. It's pathetic. It's sad that black men are so comfortable tearing down other black men. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it, bro. Hey, guess what? Y'all know it. Shout out to J Class. Shout out to School. Cooling with School. I was chilling with him in Thailand. Bro, that type of brotherhood, I don't see it. I'm not saying it don't exist, but you don't get that at home. This is just unnecessary tearing down at each other. And it's clown stuff. It's clown stuff, bro. When we overseas, we ain't thinking about nobody over. The only reason I'm even on this panel right now is because I'm packing for another trip.
Facts.
What's going on in America? Anybody that got the nerve to call other countries third world countries. What are we looking at in the US right now? And I love the United States. We dealing with homelessness. We dealing with inflation. We dealing with crime. We dealing with all these ailments, all this stuff going on that we project onto the rest of the world. But what happened with us? We go overseas and we just fine. The only stuff you hear about is the world star type of content. Something negative. You don't hear about the positive stories, and when that does go viral, we want to tear it down. That's only coming from here. The hardest thing we got to deal with is language barriers, or maybe going somewhere and like trying not to get finesse. But that's everywhere in the world. Everybody got their hustle. I don't knock that type of stuff. But the full-on attacks, you only gonna get that from home, bro. It's ridiculous. Tariq himself, he's traveled before, so I can't tolerate that from him. I could tolerate that from somebody who never been nowhere. The people that been on the front porch their whole life. The people that been on the block all their life. And I still got friends and family like that. And I love them, but I can't say they love me. Soon as I see that fake stuff, we done. Soon as I see any type of that shade, like, nah, bro. Like, we could be cool from a distance, but I can't rock with you like that because you ain't for my happiness. You ain't for my peace. You're not for my success.
Facts.
So that's all I got to say.
Nah, you 100% correct, bro. You 100% on point with that. It's just funny that it's like, bro, you was out there. You motivated me to travel to Brazil. Like, you was doing your thing, but now you want to shame dudes into like, staying in America and fighting and political moves. Now, that's not for everybody, bro. That's not everybody's path. You need some brothers that's traveling the world so you can get more opportunities, right? So you can, bring more of that globalness back to our community. And what other community that you see, Marcus, where you see the patriarchy being reformed again? There's no other community. You see guys like TaylorMade, Andre from Love Crossing Borders, myself, all the way down to Austin, Travelversity in his 30s. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the hierarchy being kind of formed again, and brothers getting along from the ages of 70 all the way down to 20.
In the dough.
That's what the
I don't see it nowhere.
I don't see it in no other community either. Because generally speaking, we kind of hang with our own peer group. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, most guys gonna hang with guys their own age. So you're not learning nothing and you're not teaching anything. But the way to growth is to deal with guys that you can learn from. And then, you have your peer group where you can kind of, gauge where you at in life, guys around your age. Then you have guys younger than you that you can pass on the guidance to as well. That's a good community. That's how the community works. And it's not very present in any other communities but the passport groups. If it's any other community, let me know.
If I could respond to that now with all the benefits that you just named, and we ain't even talking about females, with all of the community and the fellowship that you just mentioned, let me play devil's advocate. Imagine a brother's on the fence. Imagine somebody like, yeah, I do want to travel, but I don't have nobody to go with me because I was that person before. Well, let's say you like, I do want to travel, but I'm worried about whatever the drama they say I'm gonna deal with in other countries. I'm worried about finances and things like that. And you got a Tariq Nasheed and you got this other dude telling you that everybody that travels is clowns. That's a brother that could have changed his life, that is now staying on the plantation, is now stuck there. And for me and you both and everybody in this chat to know all of the benefits that's not being talked about by these clowns, for us to know that, what are they recommending that we come home and do what? Stay listening to them?
Yeah.
Where are they helping anybody? No, specifically black men, because they don't shame the ladies like that. Ladies be crashing out left and right, and I'm not here to bash them either. I would encourage anybody to explore their options and explore the world. But let's say they got a point. Oh man, you stop triggering off your money. Stop going over here. These people don't care about you the way they say that, the way that you think they do. Okay, I'm gonna come home. Now what? Where the love at home? Because that wasn't love. What you just played right there? You say what?
You got to pay for Saint's $500 consultations and go to his meet and greets.
You got to pay $500. Look, and see, I got a history with this with these dating coaches. You got to pay somebody money to tell you how lame you are or how goofy you are. Or you got the price that you pay could have been a plane ticket. And you could have been somewhere with brothers that don't even know you. That's just happy to see you there. And by the end of the day, you're going to have a new network. But no, I'm supposed to stay here on the internet and pay some clown that is very funny, very charismatic, but that's all they are. Y'all need to know how to recognize snakes. These are fake people. I'm not saying they not funny. I'm not saying they don't make a good point every now and then, but they snakes, G. They snakes, and I don't have no tolerance for that.
No, but it's just funny because I'm still trying to figure out the reason why they are shaming brothers from traveling the world. I still don't understand that. Like, I don't understand.
Easy target. Easy target.
Like, we're corny, we're broke, we're dusty. It's like, bro, what are you? And these guys saying this shit. It's not even the women. We understand why women can feel a certain way, but it's like, dude.
I'm so broke and dusty. I just took my mother to Dominican Republic for her birthday. We spent the week out there in Santo Domingo. I introduced her to all my broken, dusty friends, and they were so nice. We had a dinner in the cave. It was amazing. I took her up to the zoo, bro. I took her to Sasua to meet up with old school. It's on my YouTube. It's on my YouTube, bro. I mean, this was a vacation.
I gotta tag your channel real quick. Let me tag your channel, bro. People gotta see that. Hold on.
Hey, bro, but look.
What did she say when she saw like the Sasua?
She had a great time, and now she's experiencing what we experience on the daily. We familiar with that, coming back home to the BS, the global entry thoughts. So my main intent was for her to have a good time, for her to meet. I kind of treat international friends just like my used to be friends at home. So even growing up, I would always check in with her, let her know, like, this is where I'm at, these the people I'm with. Because your parents care, like, they want to know that you safe. I did better. I said, look, this is where I be at, this is where I be with, this my offshore bank account, so I ain't over here struggling, and everything paid for. All you gotta do is get on the plane, everything paid for. And she had an amazing time. Why would I take my mother somewhere that y'all need to be worried about? If it's so horrible, that was an honor. That was like something I never thought I'd be able to pull off. I'm not gonna pull that off paying some dating coach $500 to tell me I ain't doing my life right. What? Facts. Clown stuff, bro. They can't say nothing to me, man. They can talk about you, but they can't talk to you. That's where we at right now.
Somebody said, hey, Marcus, I don't know, man. Somebody said that you had ended Steve the Dean's career. Is that true?
I made a response video. I ain't gonna say I still see him every now and then. But
every now and then.
I made a response to that, brother. And you know what's crazy? I got receipts on that too. Before that little back and forth between me and him, I was supporting him because I'm not against the dating coaches. I'll let y'all know right now, I ain't got no game. I'm just myself. You feel me? All this spitting game and knowing how to, manipulate chicks, I'm not doing none of that. I'm just being me, and I'm patient. So I'll wait for the people that's genuinely rocking with me. But I was rocking with Steve the Dean. I mentioned him in my book. And then, that's usually how I lead, trying to form alliances with people. But when he got on this whole shaming brothers for traveling, I couldn't even respectfully say I disagree with you. Another one went straight into trying to clown people. And there's some entertainment value in that. But at the end of the day, I ain't got no love for somebody that ain't got no love for me. I don't have no love for somebody that pretends to want to help brothers, but at the same time, they not. They actively tearing down brothers is doing good things. Brothers traveling is here. It's out here. And to be fair, we pay attention to the brothers doing it, but it's people from all different demographics that see what's happening right now. We've been here saying this. So now what's going on with the economy in the US, it ain't just us. A lot of people trying to get up out of here. We just was the forerunners of this. We was doing this when it wasn't cool. We had to deal with the backlash from people that couldn't see 10 years down the road. But now it's here. It's here. And the good thing about it is the brothers that y'all wasn't listening to years ago, we already established. So everything y'all trying to do now behind the scenes, because y'all don't talk about it, everything y'all trying to do behind the scenes, we already laid our foundation. All we got to do is stay out the way. And you made a really good point earlier. Only time I got problems is in the crib, is in the US. Yeah, I'm in a process of rebranding, man. I'm just happy to be back because I took a break from YouTube for a minute, but I'm back in these YouTube streets.
Follow my man MAB, TheMABExperience. That's his link in the comment section. Make sure
I
you
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, my WhatsApp doing numbers. Hey, all around the world got my WhatsApp doing numbers.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.